Alright, in this recording we're going to start breaking down how to bring this character out so we can use it in Game Engine. So go ahead and get this character. We're going to turn off not everything in this character is working. So we need to kind of break it down into steps. So we may have to go back. Some of this stuff doesn't subdivide. So I'm looking at just this bottom right here. If you look, go to geometry, you can see that we have 4 subdivisions, and then also it was properly UV mapped. So we kind of have to go back and look. You have to do some project all on the rest of the objects. But go ahead and get started what we have here. That we can export it out, go ahead and get the parts and pieces ready for Maya, and then that way we can export it, rig it, and then export and put it into Unreal. All right, so we've got have these hands I think we'll probably delete later on in Maya, but we have these really cool pants as part of the suit. So we go division 4, and so we can hit Shift D to go down and then D to go back up. And so one of the first things that we want to do is go ahead and create a texture for this. So we're going to go, now this again, this has to be properly UV mapped first, which this is, and then we're going to go and make a texture. So we're going to go down, scroll down, and go to texture map, and we can hit create. And again, this won't work unless you have it properly UV mapped. So we're going to go new from polypaint, and we hit that, and you should see this pop up. This is kind of basically the UV mapping of the textures. You can see where the hands are, which are separate, which we're going to delete, but we can go ahead and clone this out. So we're going to hit clone texture, and you can see it pop over here to the left, and then we're going to go up here to the very top, go to texture. We have our texture highlighted or is prominent at the top, and we're going to flip it like that. So it works in Maya. For some reason, Maya flips the UVs. So we can go ahead and export this, and I'm going to create a new folder, call it mouse, and hit create. And I'm going to call this pants. Let's go ahead and do a JPEG. Okay, so these are our textures. You can see the high poly count of this, so hit enter. And so now what we want to do is create our normal map. So we're going to go hit Shift D. We're going to make a normal map, we have to go to the lowest division. So you can do this in geometry, or you can hit Shift D and go down to the lowest subdivision. So this is what we're going to use for our game engine. So now we're going to go over here to normal map, and we're going to hit create normal map. Again, this will only work if you have it properly UV mapped. So we're going to click on this. You'll see up here it takes a little bit while. It may take 2 or 3 minutes. Can take longer if you've got a 5th or a 6th level division. All right, so you can see created this little purple thing. It's going to roll over it, and you can see all those bumps and ridges. That's indicating what's high and what's low on there. So we're going to go ahead and clone the NM, which is normal map. Click on that, and it should show up over here. And then we go up to the very top, hit texture, and what we're going to do is export that. Oh, before you do that, you want to flip it. Again, it gets confused in Maya. For some reason, everything's upside down. We're going to hit export, and we're going to call this pants. And I'm not sure if these are the pants or the skin, so we're going to pants NM. I think it automatically calls it NM. And we'll go JPEG, hit save. Okay, and if I use my hand, kind of see what that looks like. All the wonderful, beautiful details that were done. So we hit return. All right. So we're at our lowest division, and this is what we want to export it out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, scroll this down, and I've already got my pants selected, lowest level, and again Shift D. You don't want to use a second or third division because you want this very light so we can get all our models in one scene. I'm going to call this pants or legs, whatever this is, OBJ mouse. Save that real quick, and now I'm going to open up Maya and import everything in. Okay, now Maya is not great at showing normal maps, so this will really look great and beautiful inside of Unreal or Unity. So again, just going to show you what it looks like really quickly. Desktop, go to mouse, import my OBJ first. We'll hit F. Of course, it's going to crash. All right, luckily it didn't crash. So what am I going to do? These look a little weird. We didn't want the hands because these are kind of duplicate. I'm going to go ahead and right click face. This isn't going to hurt anything. Let's go ahead and delete that out. Looks like I've somehow got two pairs of pants in there. Not sure what happened. Alright, I'm not sure what happened there. So I'm just going to delete that. So these are the pants I'm interested in. Deleted the hands, and so we're going to go ahead, go from modeling to rendering, lighting, shading, assign new material, Lambert, and we go ahead and find that material. Go to my desktop, go into the mouse folder, and we're going to put on the pants JPEG. Hopefully it sits on there correctly. So if you don't see it, you'll need to go to 4 is wireframe, 5 is shaded, and 6 is your color. All right, so you can see it's very polygonal looking, and so now what we're going to do is select it and go to our Lambert, and now we add our normal. So we're going to go to bump mapping, go to file, again make sure when you export this out to flip them because it'll cause issues. So we want to go tangent space normal. I think it's the top one, it could be the bottom one, I always get confused. Go to the file, gotta go to pants NM, which is normal map, hit open. Alright, should be able to see our normal maps in there. Again, doesn't show that well in Maya. You can see a little bit of a, it's hard to tell if you're painting. Alright, and one other thing we want to do is relax. So we're going to hit the mesh and we're going to go back to modeling. Go to surfaces, and it's something called relax. I probably won't be able to find it with this recording. Soften edge right there, I found that great. Soften hard edges, soften edge. Alright, so basically just kind of gets into a subdivisional look. So it's not, doesn't have that hard polygonal look. So if we zoom in, it doesn't have those harsh polygonal look. So if we scroll around, you can kind of see the normal maps kind of protruding out. You can kind of see a little bit of shading there. And so this is looking good, but it'll look, like I said, 10 times better in Unreal. This is, normal maps are designed for the Unreal Engine, not really showcasing here in Maya. Alright, So you kind of want to do that for each of your objects. Again, I think your main body, we will have to do a little bit something special with that, but I think with the different assets you can do that. All right, so I'm going to stop here and I'll make some more later on. Good luck.